So numerically, you counting from 1 to 9, but we didn't count from 1 to 9. We counted from 9 to 1 because we read from right to left, not left to right.
Mm.
Right. So when they flipped us left to right, I mean right to left, from left to right, they flipped the 1 in front of the 9 instead of the 9 in front of the 1. Right. But the 91 is the year of the first attack on the World Trade Center. Remember, blow up like the World Trade,
Mm.
right? So it also tells the secrets of what's happening at the end, right? So it all become relative. That's why you come with 9/11. 9/11 can be scrambled into a 191 anagram. One being on both sides of the 9 represents the beginning meets the end through destruction.
Mm.
Right? So that's what they was giving us. They had to give us 3 knocks in 5-year increments roughly to let us know they was coming to take over the world. And then we got to stop them.
Mm.
So George Bush had his Arab connections. We know he was connected to the Bin Ladens because they helped all of the Bin Laden family leave America directly on the same day as 9/11, and they was the only planes allowed to leave.
Mm.
So they had to be protected by the Bush family. Right? So we know that the one of the Bin Ladens died leaving the Bush farm in Texas. This is recorded, right? So that show proves also the Arab connection to the Bin Laden family, right? And the Bin Laden family is the construction or the Masonic family of um, the Middle East because they was getting all of the royal contracts to build the palaces,
Mm.
right? They didn't start building palaces in the Middle East until 1933 when they discovered that it was massive amounts of oil in Saudi,
Mm.
right? Nation of Islam started in 1933,
Mm.
right? So now we're talking about 1933 and the three is 6, right? So that's the other end of the 191 on the turnaround,
Mm.
right? So it all becomes relative depending on the angle you look at the problem. Most people look at the surface of the problem and never look at the intricacies and the workings of the problem in order to establish a solution.
Mm.
The only solution is for us is to stand up in our individual capacity, demand the chiefs come tell us where these imposters at on the land and have y'all got them out yet. That's what we need to know.
Mm. Let's get to the next question. When and how will the Caucasians leave this planet to get balance?
The Caucasians is not the problem. The problem is the ones that look like us, that ain't from here. They the problem. They know who they is and they know they leaving. They tell you all the time they ain't staying here. When you listen to their lives and they talking about leaving here, that's because they was part of the problem and that's why they can't stay. It was all skin colors of people in the families of the earth tribes, all hair textures. So that ain't nothing new to us. What's new to us is to use those physical descriptions as tools of division. That's new to us. So that answer.
Yeah, pardon my mic. Sometimes I get a little short in this mic. Let's get to the next question. Somebody asked, I don't see the question now, and this is one of the questions I want to ask you earlier. So let me just ask this now because I see somebody remind me of it. Your thoughts on the blue star Kachina? Talk to me because I seen you posted that in your Instagram. What's the science on that? What's going on with the blue star Kachina?
Well, there's an ancient Hopi prophecy about the red star Kachina and the blue star Kachina um, returning at the close of the age to usher in a new world for the rainbow children and the children of the stars.
Mm-hmm.
So the they are just symbols to match the stellar clock, what's going on in time.
Mm-hmm.
They also made Kachina dolls that tell the story of what takes place at that time. So this says 2 stars rise up a red one and a blue one. And these are the Kachinas.
All right, all right. Let's get to the next question. We're gonna take about three more questions, then we're gonna get out of here, family. I want to appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got about 1,800 people in here. I'm with Brother Rod Hayes, and he's dropping jewels. It's been a magnificent broadcast. Let's see. Where will we stand? Someone asked, "What's the difference between a shaman and a heyoka?" Yeah.
Okay, so a Hyoka is a extreme empath, and he normally a shaman interact more with the community than the Hyoka. When you see the movies and they go out into the wilderness to meet an old man that live in the house by itself in the middle of nowhere, he would be a Hyoka, but he can also be a shaman, right? And but when you're in the village and you have the medicine man of the village, he is the shaman of the village. When he gets stuck on the problem, he go to the Hyoka for assistance in the problem. In the Christian religion, they will be called Melchizedek priests.
Mhm. Indeed. Uh, Rod mentioned the stock market fall. What role does cryptocurrency play in the plan, if any? Is cryptocurrency good or bad for us?
Right now, with until this old system is done with, I do not advocate for any kind of currency, um, because I don't. It's hard to see the ones that's for us and the one that they trying to create to undermine us to stay in power. So I don't put a stamp of approval on any of their currencies until we can see it on the outcome what they are. I don't trust none of them.
Mhm. Okay. What's the connection between humans and water?
It's the same connection as a mother to a child. The water is a symbol for spirit. The human brain is over 70% water. The human body is over like 70% water. So the connection is an indispensable connection between humans and water. Water is also the natural antifreeze of the body. That's why even in cold climates you got to stay hydrated to stay warm, right? But in this hot climates you got to stay hydrated so that you can stay cool. And the perspiration is the water being flushed through the system, right? And the water flushes the toxins out of the system. So water is very critical to the survival of the human as a creature.
Indeed. Alchemy Goddess wants to know, what is a diamond baby? I haven't been able to find a lot of information on that.
So study under crystal child and look for a blue crystal child would be synonymous with what they would call a diamond baby. They're just coming from the frequency of which one of the star seeds or indigos they are, right? So you hear them say the ruby child, sapphire. They talking about the colors on the rainbow that they energy represent, right? And one of the colors on the rainbow is a pale blue, which is the color of the diamond, represented as the color of the diamond in ancient writing, which is also the color of several other stones, but the diamond being the preeminent stone, clear stone, holds the position and the highest position of that color, right? So
Mm.
this is what the so when you're looking for information on the diamond baby, you look for the information under the indigo child and you look under the blue indigo and you will match the energy up.
We're gonna take one more question, my brother. Is that cool?
hmm
All right. Is symbolism more important than speech?
It depends on the learning style of an individual because some people learn auditory and some learn visual. A person that learns visual symbolism can be more important than speech. But a person that learns an audio, the speech will be able to explain the symbol and help them to understand it even better. right? So they become it's based on your learning style more so than a blanket yes or no.
Okay, okay. I think that's about it, family. I think that's the last question we gonna take. Oh man, let me fix my hat. Such a great show, my brother. I'm like I'm sitting back. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm listening. Wow, man. I'm in. I look forward to you being a regular on here, my brother. I look forward to
I
you being
told
a
you
regular.
whenever you need me, man. I appreciate you helping us get the word out so we can get our people to understand we ain't come on no ships. We
Mm-hmm.
not black.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't white.
Mm-hmm.
We not a crayon,
Mm-hmm.
right? We
Mm-hmm.
organic to the land. We was
Mm-hmm.
already here before anybody named Christopher Columbus came snooping around to see how to take over our people,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
If we return back to our original oral tradition, we can chant down Babylon.
Mm-hmm.
And the battle cry is free Larry Hoover for all those that understand the concept.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As long as you ain't saying that, either you don't understand or you not part of us. Because you got some people that's from Africa over here that blended in with us that's not our enemy. But they ain't our allies either because they want to carry on the narrative that the slave master gave us that we came from Africa. So I just asked them to just stay out of the way till we done cleaning this shit up. And then they'll know that we ain't had no hard feelings against them because they got invaded and colonized just like us.
Mm-hmm.
We just realized that they ain't us and we ain't them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not personal, it's just family business. And the family business right now is to restore the matriarchy, demand the three kings, and protect the children. That's family business. It's not personal. And anybody that can't vibe with that ain't part of the family.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are the main sticking points or glue points that bind us all together. Mama, the babies, and the future.
Mama, the babies in the future. Yes, sir.
Right? Because in our community, we don't talk back to our mama, not because we don't know how,
Yeah.
right? That's just not our tradition and our
It's,
customs.
it's not our
And
style,
when
right?
we see little Bobby and them do that shit, we be
We be
shocked,
like, what the fuck? We be like, what they doing?
right?
Yeah,
That's not our culture,
yeah.
but it's their culture, right? That same child would turn up, grow up, and will bust your ass about talking reckless to his mama, but he talked reckless to her all his childhood.
Mm-hmm. That's
But when
right.
he become an adult, he don't talk reckless to her no more.
Mm-hmm.
Only by being around them would you ever see that part.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
way that they rear children is not the same as how we rear children.
Mm-hmm.
We rear our children to survive the most hostile of life conditions.
Mm-hmm.
It's called oppression,
Mm-hmm.
subjugation,
Mm-hmm.
infiltrated and subverted,
Mm-hmm.
right? We got to get out of it
Mm-hmm.
so that we can get our children out of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is where we figure out the banana in the tailpipe is every divisive tool they could find,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because at one time, all of the nations of the earth spoke one language until somebody named Yahweh divided up the languages.
Yahweh.
And they say that the devil's means of control is divide and conquer.
Mm-hmm.
So if Yahweh divided up the language to divide up the people to stop them from coming to heaven, who the hell is he really?
Mm-hmm.
And Yahweh in the Sumerian tablets is called Enlil,
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the sky, Lord of the booming voice, right? And he's the one that say he's a jealous guy. Well, we don't deal in jealousy because that's a contagious, toxic behavior that's passed on and taught. It's not natural to us.
Mm-hmm.
When you see us behaving out of jealousy, is because we trying to act like our oppressors.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's not part of our culture. I don't care if you got more than me, as long as you respect me like I respect you. I don't care if you got less than me, as long as you respect me like I respect you.
Mm-hmm.
So while we was worrying about respecting each other, they was worrying about getting more than we got.
Mm-hmm.
But when they found out they can't have what we got because we not buying it, now they fighting for their life.
Mm-hmm.
Literally on earth, because they won't be here. I don't know where they going, but they can't stay here.
Why they
Right?
can't stay here?
No, they can't stay here. They didn't cause too many problems already.
Mm,
So wherever they go, they just can't stay here.
mm,
And they'll tell you they leaving. They know they leaving. They feel it in their soul. The
mm,
same way the ones of us that's from organic to the land know we ain't going nowhere.
mm,
We not worried about your hurricanes, tornadoes, earthquakes, because wherever they affect is where the dirt going down. And if some of us got to get caught up in the cleanup, oh well, mama had to do it that way because she had
mm,
to get the cancer out.
mm.
Right? That's how we look at it. They look at it like, oh no, we got to stop the tornado with a bomb.
Phew.
Because you know they do have a bomb designed to stop tornadoes.
I've heard about it.
Right? We ain't paying attention because it's tornadoes in November.
Mm,
Way past tornado season,
mm,
you got tornadoes and they marching in mass together in a three-man formation. That's Mother Nature demanding that we see the three kings walking on the land because she needs to fill the big mama seat to bring the balance back to earth.
mm. Mm,
So once the big mama seat get filled, then all of the matriarchs get their post
mm,
across the land,
mm,
right? In the meantime, you got the chiefs have to open the way. That's our job. And all of the chiefs not men. It's probably more female chiefs on the land than it is males.
mm.
An example, if you could pull her up, Chief Warhorse is her name.
Let me see.
She a real chief with the real blood tied to the land that know her history, right? She come from a long family of chiefs. And all of them wasn't men, and all of them wasn't women.
Okay, I think I got it. Let me share this. I think I got it. This her right
That's
here?
her.
Okay. So who's this now? Please explain. Now that we got a
That's Chief.
picture.
Her name is Chief Warhorse,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you can pull her up on YouTube explaining what happened to her people in the Trail of Tears and how they got separated from them $5 Indians that they used the Trail of Tears to switch us out.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't know that, did you?
No, I've heard about the. Yeah, I just did a show recently about dealing with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So during the Trail of Tears is where they switched us out. The problem is in order for the $5 Indians to learn our culture, they had to put an elder a woman with them, one of the elder priestesses, to teach them the traditions and the customs.
mm.
So now they know all our shit, and now they got to give it back.
Mm.
It ain't personal; it's just family business. Big Mama told them that when my babies come, y'all give it back.
Mm.
They agreed, right? All of the treaties was made with $5 Indians. It wasn't made with us.
Mm.
There is no um, record of a treaty with Choctaw. There's no record of Seminole treaties. There is no record of Hopi treaties.
Mm.
All of the treaties is the clans that was the biggest clans, the easiest to usurp, because it was so many of us of so many differing looks.
Mm.
That's why they call it the Great Melding Pot when they got here,
Mm.
because we had all skin colors and we all lived peaceful.
Mm.
Now all of a sudden, here come these motherfuckers, and then now we don't live peaceful no more, and
Mm.
we oppress, and we don't have access to Big Mama's money, right? So this is where we at.
Mm.
So the unity in the community is the key to freedom. The battle cry is free Larry Hoover. With that comes all of the other chiefs in the land that's held behind bars, political prisoners we call them, right? All of the ones whose land they usurped, they have to give it back now
Mm.
because it's tribal land, and under the Indigenous Rights Act of 2017, they agreed. They already said they was gonna give it back, and also, right? Almost all of this shit we seeing on TV right now is pushing a narrative that does not exist. All to distract us from the Free Larry Hoover movement of the indigenous people of the land and restore the tribes back to their prominence. Right? So that's where we at as a people, and this is what we have to do. The easiest way to get us free is for us all to say the same thing at the same time in agreement. The more of us do it, the faster it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us are uneducated to the matter. So then you share the information, you study the information and check it out, validate it for yourself, and then you explain it because you can only explain it from your level of understanding.
Mm-hmm.
My level just happened to be a little different because I had a lot more study time.
Mm-hmm. Hey, brother Rod Hayes, I want to thank you for coming on the show. You lit it up. You lit
I
it up
appreciate you
tonight.
having me, man.
Yeah, man, you lit it up tonight. Wow. I mean, the people are thoroughly appreciative for what you brought to the table tonight, my brother.
It was
Uh,
a sister I seen on here a couple days ago
mm.
talking about Big Mama.
Sister Myra, that's Sister Myra.
Right, send her a shout out for me.
Okay, yeah, I would tell her. I would tell her. What you thought about that show? You liked it?
Oh yeah, she's talking about Big Mama. I know
Yeah,
what she's talking about. We
yeah,
speak the same language. I
same language.
understand what she's telling me.
I'm gonna continue that narrative for forever and from now on. Big Mama, I'm gonna continue that Big Mama cosmic energy. This it's my job to continue to carry on that narrative of Big Mama. So yeah, anybody talking about Big Mama, they welcome to my show as long as it comes from a pure intent. So I want to
Hmm.
thank you. I want to thank Sister Myra. Any contact information you want to leave the people with before you get out of here, my brother?
The
Because
easiest
yeah.
the easiest way to find me right now is on Instagram. I got two pages. One I post Rod Hayes,
Mhm.
and they won't let me do lives on that one, so I have to do my lives on.
Buddy. Yo, no, I'm just joking. Shout out to everybody in chat. Hey, listen, Rod Hayes. First of all, welcome back, my brother. Welcome back. Oh, right. You on mute. You on mute. There you
Thank
go. Yeah,
Yeah, I was saying thank you for having me back.
indeed.
I caught a taste of you on I think it was Telegram earlier.
Oh, Clubhouse. Clubhouse.
Clubhouse, yes.
Yeah, yeah. I was with
Yeah,
Lisa. I was with
yeah.
Lisa. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so you
She
you heard the
tried to
interview?
she tried to put me on to speak, but I wanted to listen to you.
Okay. Dope, 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 man. Okay. What you thought about the interview, man?
Yeah, I knew you had it. I knew you had that erudition, that study behind you.
Yeah, yeah.
And the description you gave was familiar to me because it reminded me of my studies
Mm,
and people saying I don't know what I'm talking about. And I literally got about 25 totes full of books downstairs from my
mm.
library to be transported.